My name is Stephanie Deigen.
And I'm Jessica Colley.
And we're here covering the controversial topic of the rumor that there's not going to be a summer session this year at CR. So I've heard the rumor that there's not going to be a summer school session this year.
Yeah, actually a couple weeks ago in class, one of my teachers was explaining to me that he was told that he might as well plan a summer vacation this year because he won't be needed for the summer session. And I started to wonder what this is all about because I was planning on taking a summer class in order to fulfill my GE requirements, so I started to get upset and wanted to find out more about what was going on.
So what have you found out so far?
So far I found out some mixed messages, which is really confusing to me, that there may or may not be a summer session, and I've also heard that it might just be for the nursing program or there might not be one at all. And this is rather upsetting to me because I'm counting on the summer session to be able to transfer in time that I wanted to another college.
And it's undoubtable that you're not the only student. Do you think there's anything that the students can do?
I feel like the students have a voice in numbers, and I'm now a part of the Social Action Club, and we're trying to get together to bring out a petition and start a rally for the next Board of Trustees meeting to let them know that about our concerns, and that's on December 7th at 1 p.m. here on the campus.
Is that when you're going to have a rally?
Yeah, that's when we're going to have a rally a little bit before then, and hopefully a bunch of people will come and speak their voice about how they feel about there maybe not being a summer session.
What do you think you hope for will come with the rally?
I hope that it'll bring more awareness to all the students that aren't counting on this summer class, because so far the people I've talked to, they're still planning their education on the fact that there's usually a summer course. So I'm hoping that people will be aware, and then maybe they can change their schedule around, or maybe they can come together and as a group we can get a summer session this year. So.
When did you find out that there may not be one?
About 2 weeks ago.
So do you think that anybody else really knows?
From the people I've talked to, no one really knows. A couple have heard it through the grapevine, probably from the same teacher I heard it from, but really, generally, not many people know at all.
How do you think that students at CR can find out that there may not be a summer session?
Well, I emailed all the Board of Trustees because they're the ones.
Very late. We're 6 months into this fiscal year, and we finally are presenting a budget because we finally get the information.
One informed me that there isn't going to be one, another informed me that there may or not be one, and another one declined to really have a statement towards it.
So now, do you have an opinion? Did you plan any classes this summer?
I did, and then once we found out that we weren't going to have them, it was disappointing because if we don't advocate for our future and our education, then we're not going to have one.
You're right. And did you find out the same way that she did, or from her?
I heard from you.
So do you think that there might be just a general lack of communication between the admin and the students?
I think absolutely. I think there's a lack of communication between the admin and the teachers and the students all together. I feel like a lot of us are unknowing, which is really stressful because it's our life that's based on what classes are going to be offered and how we're going to be able to transfer out or graduate and get our AAs. It's very confusing and upsetting that we don't know what's going on. I feel like we deserve as students and the faculty a letter, like a formal letter, letting us know that we're not going to have this whole semester because a lot of us are counting on it. I feel like we should really just be informed formally.
Now, you may or may not really understand what is going on higher than just the administration, but what do you think is the pinpoint target of why we're not going to have this summer session?
Well, I know that we're lacking in funds, just like the whole state of California, a lot of the U.S., but I know there's ways to fundraise, and I know there's ways to get money for education. It's so important. We are the future, and if we don't get educated to our fullest amount, then we're not going to be able to have a good economy later on, 20 years down the line. So I feel like we can come together and make a difference and really just get the money we need for ourselves, for our education.